Hi, everyone, and welcome to this week's Coffee with a Career Coach. We have a very exciting guest this week, so I will let her introduce herself in just a few minutes here. But I am your host, Erica O'Toole. Many of you already know me. I'm an assistant director in the Career Development Center. And I'm very excited to be with you on this Wednesday. The weather's starting to finally get warmer, starting to feel like summer again, although it's been raining a little bit on and off. So hopefully you're all enjoying the outdoors. And just like we do on every Coffee with a Career Coach, I want to share with you my coffee for today. So you guys all know that I love Ray Dunn, the home designer. And I was in Chicago this past weekend. I got to go to the Friends experience. My husband surprised me for Mother's Day. If any of you watched the show Friends, it was amazing. And I got this mug at a TJ Maxx that was going out of business. So I got a discount on it, which was super exciting. And I am drinking my Big B coffee this morning. So my iced coffee with caramel marble and white lightning. So I'll go ahead and pass it over to Natalie, and then we'll go over some housekeeping things before we start our questions.
Well, hello. I feel like we should have talked about Friends the whole time before we went live because that's amazing. That's like my favorite show ever, and I didn't know that you just went there. I will share my coffee with you. I'm Natalie Shattuck. I got my CMU alumni cup out today. I have a amazing coffee maker at my house. I have the Ninja coffee bar. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it is just amazing. And so I'm all about being with the oat milk train going on right now because I'm loving it. I'm putting it in all my coffee. So just have some hot coffee with some oat milk and then a little bit of vanilla. So yeah.
That sounds so good.
Yes, so good.
So as we do with every Facebook Live, please feel free to ask questions. Please feel free to ask questions for Natalie, and I will filter questions. That's the purpose of these. But as always, we do have questions prepared that I will ask Natalie as we go. So just to kind of get us started, if you could tell us a little bit about you, maybe where you're from and what you majored in.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think I'm probably one of the 1% of people. So I'm a Mount Pleasant high school grad.
Wow.
I went to CMU and I'm still in Mount Pleasant. So, love it or hate it, I am officially a townie through and through. And I don't know, I was going to leave, but I have a great job here and I'm loving it. So I'm not going anywhere. So I am a 2011 grad in public relations. So I can't believe it's been so long. Like, I feel like I'm still 22, but then I realized that I graduated in 2011 and I'm not so much 22 anymore. So public relations, and then my minor was in communication.
Awesome. I know, Natalie, I'm in the same boat. I graduated right around the same year. And I am still in Mount Pleasant as well. And I love what I do. So I totally understand that.
Yes.
Finding something you love and just sticking with it. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do now in your current role?
Yeah, absolutely. So I am managing editor for the Saginaw Chippewa Indian Tribes monthly publication. I have it right here with me. The Tribal Observer. So what we do is we're out in the community and we're attending all these events, and it's been a little bit different with COVID, but so I go out and I, take interviews from people and I take photographs, and then I come back to the office and I write up little articles that can be featured in this publication. We cover, one of my favorite parts, of course, is covering all the casino entertainment concerts that come over to Soaring Eagle directly behind me. And I'm finally excited to get that going again this summer. So my first one in 14 months is this weekend. So I'm ready for an outdoor show. I'm excited. So typically we cover, we have the first few songs to take photos of the artists, and then we photograph the meet and greets as well. No meet and greets this year, unfortunately, due to COVID, but I'm excited to get going again.
That's so awesome. So are you actually getting to like meet the guests that come and everything?
Yeah, so we get to meet the guests. Don't really get a chance to interview them just because it's kind of an in and out thing, but definitely being backstage with them and photographing the meet and greets is, yeah, it's like, especially if it's someone that I'm a huge music fan. So, someone that you've looked up to or you just love their music, it's exciting to see, like, kind of get a glimpse of who they are as a person, and then they go out on stage and rock it. So it's exciting to see that.
What a cool job. And I feel like that's not something that we think about being in Mount Pleasant. We just
Oh,
don't
for
think of
sure.
like the entertainment industry, I guess, as much. So
Absolutely.
what a cool job that you get to interact with these people and you get to take pictures and just get to go to concerts. Like that's like a dream job,
I
right?
know it's so I'm so grateful, and it's so fun, and it's like the thing with me is I knew I never wanted like an 8 to 5 desk job, and the fact that my career is so different day to day, not just the concerts, but all of the events that the community puts on. Um, COVID aside, as I keep saying, but it's fun to not know maybe where you're going to be in the next hour if someone calls you, hey, come cover this, or your schedule is different every day. So I love
That's
that.
awesome. Okay, so I we didn't plan this, so this is kind of off
Okay.
topic. But what has been your favorite thing to cover so far?
Oh my gosh. So photography wise, I mentioned the concert. Those are my favorite. I have a few artists hanging up in my office, which I just like to kind of display. And it's exciting when you see like the different lighting on stage and the different backdrops that they have. I'm like, oh, this would make a great picture in my office. So let's play with it. And one of my favorite things, just photographing the beautiful regalia that's at the powwows every year. We also have some of those photos printed out on canvases in our office, and it's just amazing to see the dances and the different styles and all the colors and the photographs come together. I love it.
So awesome. Very cool. I feel like I want to come spend a day with you while you're doing your job.
Yeah, we could do a little shadow
For sure.
shadow event.
Facebook Live on the job.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. So, what are some things that you feel like you did, or maybe you were involved in as an undergrad that you think helped you prepare for this career?
Yeah, absolutely. So I kind of want to stress to the students, how in the world are you supposed to know what you want to do at 18 years old when you're fresh out of high school, right? So I wasn't even certain I was going to go to college, or go to CMU. So I kind of dipped my toes in different areas, and I eventually found that public relations was for me, thanks to one of my friends that recommended, hey, you might like public relations, you might be good at that. Um, and so I think for me, it was the different fields that I kind of dipped my toes in and the different experience I got from that. So I'm a PR grad, but I'm basically doing journalism right now, and PR and journalism go so much hand in hand at CMU that I had, the experience to write little articles thanks to that. And yeah, I really, so you can talk and talk about what you're supposed to do in your field when you graduate, but for me, it's been the real life experience. So there were a couple required internships for me to have before I graduated, and that was a big help too. So I think it's that real life experience, and then the courses taught me, writing and journalism style, and I had to take some public speaking classes, which definitely helped. So yeah, I think CMU is on track with this is what you need to focus on and study before you graduate, and this is the reason why. It all makes sense.
That's awesome. What did you do for your internships, Natalie, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, sure. So I did one. It was just like a 40-hour internship at the Humane Animal Treatment Society here as a PR intern. And then it was like a 300 plus hour internship over the entire summer at 102.5 WIOG, the radio station in Saginaw. And that was like, it was an unpaid internship, but I wouldn't have traded that experience for any amount of money. Like it was so fun. I learned so much. I have like friends for life, and one of my bosses is like one of my favorite humans ever. So I totally, internships are so worth it. Students need to get out there. If it's not required for graduation or courses, it will change your life. So
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And actually, I'm from the Flint area, so 102.5 was one of my radio stations growing up.
Yeah,
So
I am always blasting that. I love
yeah,
that so much.
that's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, so knowing what you know now,
Yeah.
what would you tell your previous self to be prepared for your career?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm still kind of telling myself this as well. But working in a publication and writing a lot, I just kind of want to normalize that, mistakes do happen. And when they happen, it's not the end of the world. Like, I don't need to lose sleep at night, even though, I do. So mistakes happen, and when you make a mistake, you need to own up to it. If you're in PR and you need to release a statement saying, "Hey, I made this mistake, I messed up." Like, I think it's just so much better than addressing your mistake than just trying to, brush it under the rug. So mistakes happen, but it's not going to be the end of the world.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. So, what's one thing you've done that's given you career success?
Yeah, so I think in my field, the fact that I have good listening skills will get me where I want to go. Just, not even in interviews, but just listening to other people's, perspective or point of view or opinion. Um, and then I think for students, alumni who are coming into a new business or organization or department, a lot of these departments, they've had employees who have been around for a long time, and maybe they're looking for that fresh perspective. So I just want to, share with students when I guess it would be grads at that point, but when you're going into new organizations, like, don't hesitate to speak up and say, hey, there might be an easier way to do this. There might be a simpler solution that we can do this. And that's like a lot of employers will want to hear that. They want to know what's fresh, what these new ideas are. So speak up when you have a simpler way or a way that makes more sense or whatever it may be.
Natalie, what would you say to our students who are looking into this industry, but they're kind of worried about everything with COVID? Because I know that has definitely been a concern for students who have been coming into our offices, especially in like the entertainment industry, even PR and stuff.
Yeah.
They're just worried about getting jobs right now.
No, absolutely. I mean, it's times are tough, right? So I think just be willing to be ready to adapt. I mean, look at how all we are for during COVID. You're working from home right now. I've been working from home. I'm still working from home 2 days a week. And look at, a Michigan student or recent grad could be working for a company in California. Like, times are just changing with technology, and you never know where it can take you. So I guess that's kind of the nice part.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I think I love that we're showing, we show grads and students and even ourselves in all different types of positions and in all different locations. And I love that we're bringing this side because,
Yeah.
I mean, we see your position and we're like, what an awesome job. Like, I want to do that. I want to work with these artists. Like, this sounds amazing. And it's in Mount Pleasant. So how cool.
Yeah.
I think a lot of our students think that when they go into something like PR or a lot of different roles that they have to move to like California or Chicago or New York.
Right.
And so I love that we're showing them kind of this other side of you don't have to necessarily move to these huge cities or these faraway locations to get these amazing jobs. So I love that we're showing that side with you.
Yeah, absolutely. And if it's, a small business, if it's a large organization, they will probably need a PR person, no matter what their field is. Healthcare is huge right now. COVID hit, and, PR is going to be in the hospitals and for the healthcare system. So it's anywhere. So.
Absolutely. Well, Natalie, it was so, so great to talk to you today.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I think our students are really going to benefit from this. Just to see someone who's been in their shoes before, who is successful in what they do and who loves what they do, because it's one thing to be successful, but to love what you do is so much more. So I love that we got to show that part. Do you have any last tips for our students that you'd like to share?
Yeah, I mean, just going along with that, like find something that you're passionate about. So your work will never actually feel like you're working a day in your life. Like yeah, that's what and it doesn't matter. Like you could be, I'm working the concerts, but you could be passionate about accounting. You could be passionate about working as a lawyer, whatever it is, just find something. Maybe if you don't know your route, maybe look at your hobbies and say, well, what can I graduate in that's from my hobby? There's so many, the possibilities are endless. So just find something you love or you're passionate about and just go with it.
Absolutely. And that's something that we can definitely help with. I think when I was kind of going through the whole process of my career journey, there was many times where I'm like, okay, people always say find what you love, but is that really something? Because I'm not finding it.
Yeah.
And then I found this position and I'm like, oh yeah, now I get it. I get
Yeah.
going to work and not feeling like you're working because you love it. So, yeah, I mean, I think that's great advice. Find something you love, feel like you're not going to work.
And as simple as things can be, you're literally helping people in your career. And maybe that's what they don't know how to help someone, but they know that they want to help, whether it's, a huge, want to be a surgeon. Awesome. That's definitely helping people, or,
Yeah,
something tiny. So yeah.
absolutely. Well, it was a pleasure having you on, and just
Thank
great to
you.
talk to you. So thank you so much.
Yes.
Um,
Thank you for having me. It's been fun and I'm enjoying my coffee and a little bit later than I usually drink it on the weekdays, but I'm like on my CMU mug.
all right. Well, thank you all for joining us, and have a good Wednesday. Hopefully the weather clears up. Hopefully you all enjoy the holiday weekend. I don't know if any of you are camping or getting out there doing anything. I know I'm camping, so I'm super excited. But everyone enjoy their weekend and have a great Wednesday. And thanks for joining us on this Coffee with a Career Coach.